Family, welcome back to the channel. Fix It for reselling. I've been to the car boot. We picked up a PS4 for £50. Now, I would never normally spend that much money at a car boot on one item. It did want 60 quid. It had a load of games with it and a third-party controller. But he said I could have it for 50 quid without the games, but he did throw in a couple of games. So I just picked up Drive Club and I saw The Last of Us Part 2 and thought, oh yeah, the first one was good. I wanted to play that, but the disc is too scratched. It loaded once and then it failed to read the disc like after a couple of minutes. I've tried to give it a clean, but it's a Blu-ray disc and the scratches are too deep. But that's where I noticed the problems. The fans went crazy. Doesn't do it quite as bad with Drive Club, but if I put my mic down by the fans now, you'll see how quiet it is. So there, not much noise. So we'll load up Drive Club, play that for a couple of minutes, and then you can hear how bad the fans kick in. You can hear the fans already ramping up, just loading the game. Right, so hopefully you can hear that after a couple of minutes. We're going pretty nuts. It's starting to slow down now. And it's not too bad if I exit the application. Yeah, if we close that down, the fans do slow down, the noise subsides. So it's not too bad. But yeah, let's get this apart. We're going to take it apart, get rid of the dust inside. We'll get some thermal paste on it, and hopefully it'll be nice and quiet. And then, although we spent 50 quid on this, this could possibly go for between 150 and 200 pounds, I think, on selling it online. So stay tuned. Let's see how we get on. See if we can make a difference to this. Let's get the disc out. Drive Club, and we'll shut it all down. Right, so all unplugged. This model is a CUH-1116A. So it hasn't got the, it's not got the physical buttons on the front. They're the touch sensitive ones. We have got some dust down in there. It's not too bad. I've just cleaned my stepson's out for him, and his was caked. We can see, I think this has been opened before because we've got these game on stickers, do not remove. They're not original. But apart from that, all the ports look good. I did the wiggle test when it was on before, and the ports seem okay. So let's see if we can get this apart. I'm sure this top just slides, or is meant to slide off, isn't it? Tools. I'm sure it's a T9 on these for this. Alright, start with getting these horrible labels on there. Do not remove. Let's give them a bit of heat, see if that helps them come off. It's better, definitely softened the glue, that's for sure. Doesn't even feel like they're in properly or done up tight. We do have some more under these ones that we need to do a bit later on. Might as well undo the screws now. Where's my blue mat? What am I doing without the blue mat? Hello. That's better. Right, now does this slide off? I'm sure this just slides off. Not today, he said. This side is slightly moving. I've got a little gap this side, but it will not budge. Right, let's get the bottom off, and I'm sure there's not a screw in there. Let's lift the bottom off. Yeah, look, full of dust in there. Isn't gonna help with the cooling. But yeah, the hard disk is under that, so that should just slide off on its own. But we'll see. Right, so we've still got our T9s in here. What have I done with the screwdriver? So let's undo the power supply. Is it? Oh no, that one's a normal. These are normal crossheads, Phillips, whatever you want to call them. And these are our T9s still. Yep. Got the power connector in there. Does it slide out? So I think that's it for the power brick that can now come out, or the power supply. What is going on with this? It's like everything is just like wedged in here. Never had one that's so stiff. Yeah, we can see all the dust that's in here. Yeah, I think someone's been in before because some of these wires aren't quite routed correctly. Didn't turn my mic on again. Right, so we've got that out. Now we're just going to disconnect the cables for the, what do you call it, the Blu-ray. I can undo that. The Wi-Fi is down here. Just pop that off. Or is it the Bluetooth? Just unroot that. Just pop that one out. Unroot the wires. Probably got my head in the way. Right. Now we'll take the drive out. Little screw at the front of here. Now this should just pop out. Also covered in dust. Big dust balls. Yeah, see, and that's it. Don't think you can go much further than that without now getting the screws out from the top side. So, you know, we have to get this off. And it don't want to come off. I don't want to break it because I want to sell it. Let's put this back on for now just so the surface is flat up. Yeah, got to try and get that off. Why are you not wanting to come off of there? Right, let's try and getting an old plastic card in under here. Hit this gap. I know it's nothing in here. I know it just slides. Right, where's my PS4? Right, here's my PS4. This is a 1003A. And I've not taken this apart before either. But there, look. That's what it should do. That's how it should open. You can't see what that would be getting stuck on. Back goes under, top goes down, slides in, slides out. Pop the front off, pop the back off. Why? You know, these are all flat and straight as to slide under. Anyway, that's how easy it should be. Okay, after a lot of prying, we've finally got it off. It has been glued. Someone's put glue on the top of these bits here. Just on the top of these things. Why? Why, oh why, oh why? It's not meant to be glued, it just clicks in. Now it probably won't even click in. Well, it's loose. That took me a while. Why would you glue that? Why? Why? And it looks like someone's dug in there before. Got one of a little clip broken off of there. Anyway, enough of that crap. Get on with the rest of it now. That's ridiculous. Alright, get this PlayStation screw out. It's the one that holds the hard disk in. 500 gigabytes, yes. Covered in dust, check. Now we undo all these T9s. 7 of them. All the same length screws, so nothing to worry about there. Right, now to get this off. So you just got to pop that off. Pop the front off and try and get this corner popped out. Which is going to be easier said than done probably on this console. Popped. Oh, thank God. More dust. Right, now the rest of the screws. We are done. Right, can I pop this up? Oh, I've got to take this one off, which I think lifts. Yep, that little connector lifts up and out of the way. And we're out. Hurrah. Now if you look on top of there, I've just done this with my stepson's one. It's like there's little condensation, like water bubbles. My stepson's one was going nuts and really loud. But yeah, you can see here these little bubbles, they're like, they are just like water. It's like it's wet. So yeah, God knows what that is, but that's definitely part of what gets it overheating. I think we've saved this one just in time. Because if this goes on for any longer, getting too hot, you can actually kill your APU. It's not the heat that melts solder or anything like that. You see a lot of people commenting, well, it doesn't get hot enough to melt the solder to make the balls crack, but that's not it. It's the metals in the solder and everything else. Everything heats up. When it heats up and cools down, everything like expands and contracts at different rates, and that is what ends up cracking the solder balls. The solder's not melting and cracking, it's just the expansion and contraction with the heat that eventually causes it to crack, which is why you need to do maintenance. And if you don't, you're going to end up ruining your CPU and it'll be dead forever. Bit of IPA. That's all nice and clean. But we're going to go outside now Just going to our paintbrush this stuff and just get all this dust out of here. It is pretty clogged. So I'll be back when everything's clean and shiny. Okay, we're all pretty much clean now. Nice, shiny, dust free. That was absolutely clogged. That was full of dust. We took the fan out as well. We got the fan out. We gave that a good old clean up. Pretty much dust free. And now it's time to put it all back together. But first of all, as they always say, you need the perfect amount of thermal paste. Got ourselves some MX4. Just want a pea size in the middle. That's probably a little garden pea. But that will do. Alright, so I'll get you on a time lapse and we'll get this all back together. See how many screws we've got left over at the end. And we are done. Probably get some covers for over the screw holes. Clean that stuff off there. Right, let's turn it on and see that it works. And I've got no screws left. I've used all the screws I took out have all gone back in, which is always a bonus. Right, where's my leads? Let's hope we connected everything back up correctly. Where do I put the controller? There's a controller. Right, does our touch button still work? Yes, it does. And lights. That's a good start. If you can hear that, television is on. Just letting the PlayStation log in. Right, it's on. Right, let's get Drive Club in there. Drive still working.
God, there's a squirrel walking around the garden. It's a bit odd.
Apparently, there's a squirrel walking around the garden. Let's go and have a look. There he is. Right, squirrel fun's over. Loading up Drive Club. It's so quiet now. No more jet engines. Let me hold this down here. Probably not going to hear much. Probably hear more of the TV than that. Let's get on the TV. Right, time like this, have a quick racy, because that's when the fans go a lot faster, when it's working hard. And I'll put the mic next to the fan again once we've had a quick race. Right, while that's still running, I'm going to put my mic down by the PlayStation. Let's mute the TV. There you go, you can hear it's pretty much silent. Fans are just running at low RPMs. So there you go, the fans are pretty silent, just running at low RPMs. And that is it. We are done with this PlayStation. It's fixed and it's working, and we can now pop the lid off after someone gluing it down. God knows why someone glued that in. But it does click in. Yeah, it doesn't just fall off. It does take a bit of effort to slide it off. So yeah, that's good. The eject button works. We know our power button works, 'cause that's how we turned it on. Everything's looking good. So I'll give it another full test. We'll check out the network, but it looks like it's logged in and all on the network anyway, so the wireless is Wi-Fi is good. That's it. PlayStation 4 ready for sale. Now, like I say, I wouldn't usually pay £50 for someone at a car boot for this. You are taking your chances, but I know the guy's there every week, so I could probably take it back and argue that it doesn't work. But that was it. No special tools needed. A few screwdrivers. Obviously, you need your special sort of torque security bit for some of the screws, but most people have them. You can get like a set of them pretty cheap. So nothing specialist needed. And obviously the MX4 paste. I mean, this massive tube here I have was about £30, but you can get a smaller one that's sort of £6, and you could probably do a couple. So it wouldn't cost you much to repair one of these. Just take it apart, be careful. It can be done, and it's not just PlayStation 4s, it's everything. I need to do my computer soon, because it's been like 10 years since I've cleaned it out and put thermal paste on it. But it does all, thermal paste does all sort of wear out, dry out. But it's very important to do this, because this PlayStation is obviously getting hot to make the fan go that fast. It's getting hotter than it should be, and eventually the expanding and contracting of different metals is what cracks the solder balls. It's not getting hot enough to melt the solder balls, but that expansion and contracting of all the different types of metals that are in here, that is what can eventually crack the balls, because everything's expanding and contracting at different rates. So you know, it's getting hotter than it's meant to be, than it's meant to run at. It will shut down when it gets to a certain temperature, but you don't want it to be getting that hot, because that's when you start running into trouble, and it could just like kill you. You know, could kill your PlayStation, could kill the processor in your computer, could kill anything that's got a CPU or an APU, and you know the thermal paste is dry. So get your dust out, get it cleaned. This will be £50 into hopefully sort of £150 to £200. Hold it right there. Typical eBay reseller, overinflating the prices. It's probably actually worth around 100 to 150, maybe 150 with the right remote. I might leave a coupon, or I'll leave a coupon down below. I'm going to get this like listed on eBay now. If it's still available to buy, the coupon will be down there, and I'll give like a 15% off if anyone wants to buy this. It's going to have the third party remote with it, so it'll be with that and all the leads, and that's about just the unit only really, because I haven't really got any other games for the PlayStation 4. But I hope you like this video. Please give it a like. Please comment below. Please subscribe. Hit the notification bell so you see whenever I upload any more content. And I'll just see you in the next one. Thanks for watching. Sort of wear out, dry up. What is that? Is that a too good to go alarm?
No, it's an eBay one.
Yeah, let's see. Oh, it's, you buying stuff from eBay again. You sniping auctions.
£29.50 it's gone up to. That is crazy.
Should have bought the one earlier.
Yeah, should have done.
But it's very important.